Hello and welcome to the 9 p.m. daily quiz. I hope all of you are doing good. I welcome you all to the session where we discuss the most important news stories for the day from the prelims examination point of view by converting them into prelims relevant questions. If you're new here, I would highly request you to hit the subscribe button, and if this video helps you in any way whatsoever, do hit the like button as well. If you're interested in knowing about the other courses that I'm offering on my own app, you can download my app. The link is in the description of the video. These courses include a PSIR comprehensive optional course, personal guidance programs for mains answer writing and prelims, and many other courses apart from these as well. Let's begin with the first question then. Consider the following statements with regards to Brunei. 1. Brunei is part of India's Act East policy and Indo Pacific vision. Second, Brunei is one of the largest oil and gas producers in the region. And third, PM Modi's Brunei visit is the first ever bilateral visit by an Indian Prime Minister to Brunei. How many of these are correct? Now, Brunei obviously is in the news because Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has landed in Brunei. He's on a trip to Brunei and Singapore. With that in mind, this question is relevant. Let's see. First is Brunei is a part of India's Act East policy. Yes, Brunei is actually a part of ASEAN group. And since our Look East policy, which got converted to Act East, was mainly focused on ASEAN in the beginning, Brunei also is a part of this vision. Second is also correct. Most of the wealth that Brunei has owes itself to the large oil and gas production that it has. Third is also correct. It is the first ever visit by the Indian Prime Minister to Brunei. All the three statements here are correct. So the answer in this case is C. Many news articles have been written about this. The one that you see in front of you has been taken from Indian Express. It talks about how amid South China Sea tensions, Prime Minister is in Brunei. Brunei again is one of those countries with which China has a dispute in the South China Sea. Next, question number 2. Consider the following statements with regards to biotechnology. Number 1. Animal free milk, which is the same in taste, texture, nutritional benefits as natural milk, can be produced using a process called precision fermentation. Second, microorganisms, such as some kinds of bacteria and algae, can also be used for capturing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, a critical bioprocess in times of climate change. Third, chemically produced traditional plastics can be substituted by a range of bioplastics such as polylactic acid that are biodegradable. How many of these are correct? Now, there is a detailed article about the applications of biotechnology, how can it impact our day-to-day life. This article is in the Indian Express newspaper. This is in line, or it is written rather, because of the government's recent initiative in the field of biotechnology. All the three statements here are correct. All three are applications of biotechnology. The answer thus here would be C. All the three statements here are correct. This is the article I'm talking about. The article is about harnessing biotechnology for economic development. It talks about the different application of biotechnology. As you know, the government of India recently launched Bio E3 policy. Next, question number 3. Which of the following political thinkers is associated with the concept of harm principle? Now, if you are familiar with the political science as an optional, or even if you read ethics, you would have read about this harm principle. Harm principle is a principle given by one of these thinkers. The idea is only those actions of an individual should be controlled or regulated by the government that harm someone else. That is called the harm principle. Who has given this? J.S. Mill. John Stuart Mill or J.S. Mill is famous for giving this. J.S. Mill had recently or had interestingly said there are two types of actions that people can commit. One is a self regarding action that does not harm anyone. One is others regarding action. Others regarding action means an action that might impact others as well. Only those actions should be regulated by the government. That is called the harm principle. There is an article in the Hindu newspaper about how the government should first look into harm principle before making such a policy. Next, question number 4. Which of the following are a part of UNESCO's World Heritage List? Dholavira, Jaipur, Kalibangan, Rakhi. Which of these are part of UNESCO's World Heritage List? Think about this. Dholavira, yes. Jaipur, yes. Kalibangan, no. Rakhigadi, no. Out of the four, the first two are part of UNESCO's World Heritage List. It's a long list. A lot of Indian sites are included here. The cities of Dholavira, ancient city of Dholavira, and Jaipur both are a part of this. The answer thus is B. There's an article in the Hindu newspaper about how government has allocated 100 crore rupees funds to boost Jaipur's UNESCO heritage status. That is why this is a relevant piece of information. Next, question number 5. Which of the following states recently applied for a geographical indication tag for the sweet called Dodol? Dodol sweet is a famous sweet of one of these states. They recently applied for the GI tag. Goa, Kerala, Karnataka, or Tamil Nadu. Which of these recently applied for GI tag for their sweet Dodol? The answer is Goa. It's a famous sweet of Goa, and the state wanted to preserve it or wanted the GI tag so that they can have even better marketing of it. That is why it was in the news. Here is this article of a few weeks back when Goa had applied for this GI tag. As you know, when you get a GI tag, it becomes easier for you to market your product. To end our class, we'll have an important infographic once again. This is the Government of India's Smart City Mission that had aimed to enhance the quality of life in 100 selected cities. A lot of these projects are being tailored. The government recently shared a progress report on these cities. The government has said more than 90% of the total projects have been completed under the mission. This is the progress that the government has shared. It is an important piece of information, especially for the mains examination point of view, that you can make a note of. This brings you to the end of the class today. I hope you learned something new. If you did, do hit the like button. I'll see you tomorrow in the next one. Bye bye. Take care of yourself. Jai Hind.